guys, welcome back. Today's video will be for my week 36th and 37th week pregnancy update, which seems absolutely crazy because now we are right at the very end of this pregnancy of little man, which is baby number 2 if you are new around here. My name is Abby and I am just documenting everything to do with baby number 2 and everything that's also going on with the COVID virus as well, and what it's like being pregnant and at home in this time. There is a lot to cover for weeks 36 and 37. Quite a lot has actually happened in the past 2 weeks, so I'm just going to go and dive straight in. And starting off with week 36, I have made the decision, or me and Tom have made the decision together, that because he is looking like a really large baby on the 10 pounds side, that I am going to go for a planned elective C-section. This is not exactly what I wanted. If you have been watching my videos, you'll know that I have been having this dilemma for the whole of 2020 on what to do, and I think if he was like a normal sized baby, I would absolutely love to have just a normal like birth and to deliver him naturally. But because of his size, there's a lot of risks involved. He could get stuck and I would end up in theatre anyway, and that is what I'm trying to avoid. So yeah, I am having a planned section, and we actually do have his date, so we actually know his birthday and the day that he's going to arrive already, and that is super exciting. So now we're just waiting. I may have one more video left to make until his arrival, but yeah, it really is around the corner now, and we are so super excited. I did also have a midwife appointment, which went fantastic. Everything was fine, he was fine, my blood pressure was good, everything like that, and my midwife was also wearing like the full PPE, so that was really great. I did mention to my midwife that my Hicks had started to change slightly, so I've been having Braxton Hicks since about week 34 I think, but they were very sporadic, didn't really mean anything. But on the Tuesday, so I was 36 weeks and 6 days pregnant, I had noticed in the afternoon that they were coming quite frequently and quite intensely, and I had said to my husband that they had kind of upped their game, because I am so used to having them. I had just noticed that they changed slightly, so I timed them over 3 hours and they were actually coming every 6 or 7 minutes in between, so I did have quite a lot of frequent Braxton Hicks. And before your 37 weeks, the hospital actually do want to see you, just in case if it means anything, if it's like your body's going into early labour. So I did end up down at the MAC unit at my local hospital, and it was absolutely fine. I did get tested for COVID and that came back negative. I was admitted to the ward, so I actually did stay there overnight because the doctor wanted to just check me and have observations for the night, because what they don't want happening is me having a planned section and being at high risk. Basically they don't want me to go into a quick early labour and not be at the hospital where they can help me and actually give me the section and make him have a safe delivery. So I stayed overnight. I did not sleep an absolute wink. I didn't sleep for like even a minute, but it was fine. The hospital stay was fine. All the doctors and all the staff were amazing. It was fine. So yeah, I came home the next day and was just told to keep an eye on my Hicks, and if they happen again, come back into hospital, be checked that it's not early labour starting, and then of course if it is, I would be going down for my section and he would be delivered. So going into week 37, I was 37 and 1 day pregnant, and my Hicks started up again. So I tootled off down to the hospital, and Tom came with me and dropped me off at the MAC unit, because of course the hospital have no visitors, so it was just me on my own. Again, no labour had started, nothing had changed. It was just this frequent Braxton Hicks. So they did monitor him. Every time he's been on the monitor, all the midwives have always said, you have a really happy, content baby. And I think I've been on the monitor 5 times now. So we know that he's doing really good. His heart rate is really good. Everything looks perfect. It's just these hicks. But luckily since that time, I haven't actually ended up in hospital. Although I have been noting down the times every single time on every single day that I get a hicks. But there doesn't seem to be any regularity in them, as in they're not coming every 6 or 7 minutes. They're kind of maybe every 45 minutes or something like that, or really sporadic. So I get one hour and then nothing for like 2 hours. So that's really good that I don't actually have to end up in hospital. But when I did end up in hospital, when I was 37 weeks pregnant, I actually ended up at the different hospital. So my hospital is the one that I've chosen, but when they're full, you get transferred to a different hospital. And the different hospital I've never been to before, and I was really like anxious and a little bit nervous to go there, and just to be like, I don't know, change can sometimes just give me a little like bit of anxiety and a little bit of worry. But they were absolutely brilliant. I had my own room with a wardrobe, which just seemed crazy, because when I was first admitted to hospital at week 36, in my normal hospital, it was just bay, where you just pull the sheet, and the room was amazing. Everything worked out quite good, so that when I was actually admitted to the ward, it was kind of like my bedtime anyway. So I just got changed into my pajamas, and actually outside my room, I had free takes on teas, coffees, hot chocolates, muffins. So just before I went to bed, I had a muffin, and it just felt like it was a little bit like a holiday, which is really strange considering it's a hospital. But now I've experienced staying over at both hospitals. If I wasn't able to be at my preferred hospital for my section and I had to go to this other different hospital, I would be completely fine with it now. And I do think that that's like a kind of a blessing in disguise. Now I've experienced both, I feel completely comfortable with both. I feel completely at ease actually going into the hospitals now. I know that all of them have got PPE and all of them have got face masks, and their care is second to none. Like, our NHS is just amazing, and we're so lucky. And yeah, I got tested for COVID again, and that one came back negative. So I've actually been tested twice, and I also have another 2 coming up. So I get tested 4 days before my operation and then 2 days before my operation. And I also have to self-isolate, which the hospital rung and told me to do today. So my whole household has to isolate. And actually, when they called me, we were on a morning walk at our local woods. So it was a good job that we went out this morning, because if we decided to do it this afternoon, we actually wouldn't be able to go out. So yeah, we've had our last walk now. Aoife, very sadly, who is our 2-year-old daughter, is now stuck in the house with us. But she'll be absolutely fine, and it's all for a greater cause, because this little man needs a safe delivery, and we will do everything that we can to keep him safe. Those are my updates for week 36 and 37, mainly just the Braxton Hicks that have caused me to go into hospital and have 2 overnight stays at 2 different hospitals. But actually, in hindsight, it's just given me the confidence just to be in the hospital. And also, I've never been in hospital without Tom, so it's kind of like a good rerun for me. I do suffer with anxiety, so it can cause me some panic and some stress, but actually just going in has just completely calmed my nerves. It's put everything at bay, kind of. I had this real worry, and I don't know why, but I had this real worry that everybody wearing the masks would kind of ruin like my memories of having this second baby. But actually, you just completely look past it, and it doesn't even matter at all, and of course in the operating theatre they're all going to be wearing the masks anyway. But yeah, all the staff are amazing and made me feel really comfortable, and no matter what happens, if he comes in a hurry before his section day, then that's fine too, because the hospital were just fantastic. So moving on to all the COVID situations here in the UK. Some things have now started to be lifted and lots of things have started to change. However, because we have been told to self-isolate for the next couple of days just before our little man is due, nothing's really changed for us here. Of course, now we can't go out. We had actually started to go for walks around our local park. Obviously social distancing, and everybody was keeping social distancing, and it was amazing. And Aoife's was really good because she never has once asked for the swings. We've been twice now, on an evening after dinner, and the weather's been gorgeous, and all she wanted was a field and to pick daisies and to pick sticks and look at the trees and look at the sky. I think me and Aoife are now on our 11th or maybe our 12th week being at home since everything happened at the beginning or the middle of March. Aoife's still fine. She's still not asked for soft play or anything like that. She's still happy, and of course with Tom being home on furlough, it's just quality family time that we're having now. So I think that's it for my video for this week. I will hopefully be doing another video for week 38 unless he decides to arrive himself. So I hope that you are all keeping well and keeping safe, and thank you so much for watching this video. I will just do my bump shots now, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!